Alright, today I want to talk about how growing A-cup mammary glands can either make or break a man, depending on which way you do it. There are pretty much three ways men often grow, starting off A-cup jugs, man. Number one, most dudes already have them. Let's keep it 100%. Most dudes just start off. It's not just genetics, it's a combination of weight and height. So they often have like decent sized chesticles. And then there's the fatter guys. The ones that just automatically have 32 double Ds by the time they're 9 years old. That can really play an effect on somebody, but I'm gonna get to that later. There's the last category that I am unfortunately a part of. The very slender guys. The guys that literally have no chest at all. They start off bone, rib cage. You can only see their rib cage, that's it. So I'm gonna start with the fat guy first. The fat guy usually doesn't know what it feels like to have muscle in his chest. It's usually just like flap and fat and stuff. Can literally squeeze like their normal breasts, right? So he's not gonna feel good about himself. He wants to either get rid of it completely or tone it up so that his D cups are instead way more useful to him instead of just breasts that can't lactate, you know? The skinny guy, on the other hand, doesn't really have anything to work with, so he needs to start from the basics. Start with nothing, and any little bit of progress that he makes is good progress. I feel as soon as you start seeing that line, like this line, oh my gosh, not even noticeable. This line down your chest, you have made it. You have made it past stage one. You actually have a chest now. You're no longer 110 pounds, might be 80 pounds depending on your starting height. For me, it was like 150. I need to reach 150 until I start seeing my chest. That and a combination of the fact that I had to like work out and stuff. But for most slender guys, they need to gain a substantial amount of mass to see a noticeable difference in their chest size. But once they see that noticeable difference, either for the skinny guy, they start seeing growth in their chest, and for the fat guy, they start seeing tonnage in his chest. It's always a great feeling to have. Being able to grab your pectoral just right there, and just squeeze it is one of the best freaking feelings, man. Because 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And I know this is a very niche type of video to be making because most people are either fat or skinny fat. They're rarely ever so skinny or so slim that they barely have any body fat. Like, I was literally categorized as borderline underweight for my height and age. And once you break out of that freaking 16.0 BMI and you reach that normal category of weight and not just fat, just actual freaking muscle, you start to feel good about yourself. Progress is being made. So if you're this tiny, skinny guy, just know, even if it takes freaking years, you will eventually gain that mass. You will pack on bare minimum A cups, man. Starting off, especially if you're a teenager, and once you grow up, you're an adult, maybe even B's. And maybe you might be so freaking massive that it falls out of your freaking hand. I don't care where you start from, there are benefits to every single body type. If you're fatter, all you have to do is just cut down and you pretty much just keep the strength. You fill out your shirts and you don't really have to gain anymore. It's got to maintain, maybe cut down a bit, that's all. If you're skinny, it's going to be short term, but you have the freaking abs, you're going to eventually get the chest, the back's going to kick in, you start feeling yourself a bit, and you pretty much can just coast through your early years, your teenage years. You already got the body, but then it comes to a point where you do need to start gaining mass, but you don't really have to worry about that. So like I said, benefits to everything, but don't lose hope if you're small, if you're skinny, if you're one of those like smaller guys in the class. I always see them and I'm like, man, you just kind of feel bad because you can relate to them, because I was one of them, to be honest. Just do not think it's over for you. I see too much of that. Oh, it's over. Oh, is it over, bro? Dude, no, it's not over. It's never freaking over. I don't care if you're literally 5 feet tall. You're done growing. Dude, just get freaking big. It's simple. Just get big, man. If you ever need a reason to get bigger mammary glands, just think 20, 25 years in the future, your daughter mysteriously gets trapped under a 500-pound boulder. What are you gonna do? There's no tractor in sight. You can't push the boulder away from the tractor. You have to use your upper body. You have to use your triceps. Activate that chest for once. And if you don't have minimum A cups, she might die. Or she loses her legs. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna feel about yourself? Just think about that. Prepare for, hopefully that time never comes though, but if that time does come, you can push that boulder off with your extreme strength and save your daughter's life. I'm eventually gonna make a follow-up video to this because I rarely see videos targeted towards the actual skinny young teenagers. It's always towards like the skinny fat or the overweight types, which say, oh, I'm 5'8", 160. Dude, you're not freaking skinny. You're not skinny. You're pretty much near overweight. You just have tiny arms. That's it, man. The real skinny types, where you have no amount of fat, like barely any. You're like 7% body fat. Didn't even have to train to get that. You just automatically like that. High metabolism. People think you have like some amount of muscle, but it's pretty much just bone, skin, organs. That's pretty much it. Of course your abs are gonna show because you're 0% body fat, man. This is a topic that I'm pretty passionate on because I've been there pretty much my whole life as far as I can remember. It's really not that hard to gain chest. All you pretty much have to do is go to your basic cheap gym. You don't need to buy an expensive membership. Cheap gym, look at all the machines they have there, use every single one of the chest machines, see which ones you like, pick pretty much 3 to 4 out of them, do it once a week. I would say 4 sets, 15 reps. Don't max out the freaking weight, don't do your maximum capacity, especially if you just freaking started. Go 15 reps, low weight, 4 sets, 3 exercises, 4 times a week. Simple. Very basic. Don't pretty much have to do anything else for chest. It's pretty simple. Do that, you're gonna be freaking fine, man. Suck yours until you can suck another's. One day, we'll all make it.